The better you get at contact for those half shots is going to give you the foundation, all the foundation that you need, all right? I don't want you to feel like you're doing anything with your hands in particular, that the wrists and the arms are going to follow what you do with your movement, okay? Let me ask you this. Would you say that you have a very bad golf swing? Because you would not believe the amount of emails, comments, questions I get either online or on the lesson tee about people that are just so convinced they've got a terrible golf swing. So what they go and do, and you might be the same, is go and try and fix it. But here, I'm going to give you the first things I think you need to do if you think you've got a very bad golf swing, because you're going to get instant results and clear a lot of the noise that is frustrating you and perhaps even making you want to give up this stupid, crazy, wonderful game that we do deep down love. Let's find out how. I'm Alex Forte, and this is The Art of Simple Golf, where we're just trying to make the game more fun, easier, simpler, easier on the body, the brain, and give you, more importantly, the results that you want more frequently, right? But golf perfection is unattainable. There's going to be some days where the best in the world have a very bad golf swing. So you're going to feel that way too. I need to say that. I feel that. Sometimes I'm like miserable because the game sort of wasn't there, or whatever it might be. I've lost the swing. Okay? Whether you're out on the golf course, whether you can't take it from the range to the course, you just think, I've got a very bad golf swing. But let's cover a couple of very important fundamentals and tell you how to kind of get out of that funk and improve your golf swing. All right? The first thing you have to do, and it's so easy to forget, is we've got to be more precise with our target. We've got to tell our brain what we're trying to do. You know, I use this analogy all the time. Like if you were going to throw a dart or into a bullseye, you wouldn't think about how your hips are turning or how your elbow is hinging. You would, just like a laser, focus on the target. If the bullseye was right in the camera there, I would just be looking at that. I would feel the weight of the dart. Okay? I would feel the weight of the dart and I would release it. I would commit to that target. The same applies to golf. But for some reason we're here thinking, okay, I've got to get this right, and then for a split second looking, at the bullseye, the camera, and going, okay, go. I know which one is going to hit the bullseye, the camera lens more often. It's the former, not the latter. So we have to remember that with golf. And how do you apply that? We've got a simple process, strategy, intermediate point, matching the setup, predicting the contact, letting go and evaluating. And you can learn about that below in the club. But what we have to do is make sure we've got our strategy about the specific shot we want to hit, okay? If it's a low draw or whatever, even just I want to hit it towards that particular green. I don't even know how far that is, but like I've got, I think I've picked up a pitching wedge. All right, so I've got a pitching wedge here. But if I'm just sort of doing an arbitrary swing, it's not going to go there. But if I'm honed in on that flagstick like a laser, okay, it feels like I'm a bit to the right, which is correct. But I need to feel like my backswing and my through swing are committing to that. My release is going to commit to that. So I'm going to release to there, okay? And I did that. I made intent. But the other thing you can do, as well as the strategy, is every single shot, we've got many lessons on this, but choose an intermediate point, okay? Before your ball, after your ball. After every shot, make sure that you committed to it. That's what I meant to say. So there's a little mark on the ground there. I'm actually sort of aiming left and right here just to sort of help this. But my swing is going to go over that left mark. Start my swing with momentum. There. and it went, you know, I struck across the line. So before you stress about fixing a bad golf swing, make sure you're telling your brain what you're trying to do. If it's, hey, I want to hit it 250 yards down the fairway, be more precise. Choose a fleck on the fairway, a tree in the distance. And do, when you make a practice swing, feel like that makes sense to the shot you're trying to hit. Don't just sort of wail away. Think, okay, yeah, that feels about right. That feels good to what I'm trying to do. It makes sense. Like, I'm going to go back to the dart. Like, if I was just trying to nail it into there at a firm speed, okay, I wouldn't go like this. It would be gradual. See that? It'd be gradual. Be a gradual release. And the same thing with the shot. It's a gradual release. It's a gradual speed. The same intent has to happen with every shot. Will you do that? I know it's for some reason, it's one of the hardest things for us golfers to do. But you do it on every shot. To choose your strategy and intermediate point and the other variables, it takes just a couple of seconds. But the results to your consistency are just huge. Even if you've got a really funky looking golf swing, it's going to matter so much less because you're not stressing about your technique. The main thing that happens next for a bad golf swing is the snatching away. And if we can just help that, the rest is going to be much easier. Okay? We're going to do two things. First, you're going to feel the weight of the club. But as you start your swing, I don't want you to start your swing with your hands. I don't want you to feel like you're doing anything with your hands in particular. That the wrists and the arms are going to follow what you do with your movement, okay? So we need to have a little bit of movement and momentum to gather that, to feel like we're, okay, we can move it this way. And it's like, well, I can't do that if the ball is right here. Well, actually, you'll be surprised that you can, because we can do this and start the movement there, right? And we've got a backswing. And I'm just feeling like I'm moving the club that way, very effortlessly, very easily, okay? I'm not snatching this away. It's smooth. And then from there, if we've got a firm grip, if we've got suppleness in the arms, the next thing you need to do as you start the swing with momentum is not rush it, but to feel like you're not trying to make a big swing. You're just trying to get and feel the gathering of the club to sort of catch it here, about halfway back. And then we're going to move the energy back towards the target here. And that's all we're going to do. Finish in this manner. I don't care about what the legs are doing. Right now, yes, you can have the belt buckle pointing towards the target. You can have your feet staying relatively quiet. You know, we don't want too much sort of Elvis Presley kind of move at this point. But we just want to feel like we start the swing, we collect the swing, and we finish through. And right there is the foundation for your golf swing if you've committed to the target. So that's it. If you're thinking you've got a really bad golf swing, stop trying to do too much. Stop trying to put your arms in positions. Allow the weight of the club to sort of guide it a little bit. So we've got the flow. That's what we're talking about. We've got flow and momentum, okay? As we get to here, we swing through, okay? But we're committing to this sort of half finish, so we're just there. And I want you to practice that. It might seem boring. You might think, I want to hit 300-yard drives. Well, unless you can do that with relative ease and consistency by getting the good contact first, you're going to struggle. You really are. So this is the foundation, and the better we get at that, the more consistent we get at that, then you can start ramping things up, okay? But I'm just going to give you one key feel I know is going to help you. The key feel we talk a lot is removing the need and the feel to make such a big turn, okay? We just want to feel a much shorter swing, a more efficient golf swing, going a little bit steeper, right? But we're going to feel like this left chest goes down on the backswing, guided by the core a little bit here, and then we've got that momentum we talked about. So if we can remove the variables, we've got momentum. We're keeping our arms relatively, straight, but really not locked. They are firm, okay? They are firm, but loose at the same time. Like I can really feel the weight of the club and it's guiding itself. But as I swing back through, okay, so as I make my backswing, I'm feeling like my left chest is going down and my core is sort of turning behind me. Okay, that's the feel that I've got, and I'm just to here. And you will be amazed at how good a golf shot you can hit. Just from standing here, gathering the momentum, moving the left chest down, and then the next component is very important. The next thing I want you to do is, as we come through impact, I want you to feel like your arms are straight at about here, okay? That's really gonna help speed, but also that half sort of swing in this position. And that's all you're going to think about. If it's a bit too much to think about the other things all at the same time, which is probable, and I don't want to just cover one thing when I said fix a bad golf swing, but what we're looking at is the ability to just straighten those arms and collect it through. And what you're going to find is you get the speed and zip without having to force it. It's really nice because you're not having to sort of lunge the body. You're not trying to rotate too much. Just the weight of this and the extension of this is going to give you the strikes that you're after. And it's so much less effort. So a quick summary, okay? First off, choose your target. Be precise. Please be precise. You're going to be constantly frustrated if you don't do that. The next thing, number 2, is start the swing with momentum. Do not be so static. Do not try and start the club with the hands or snatch away. Allow fluid movement. Allow the hips to move. Use your core, but keep the left chest coming down, which is number 3. So as you make a backswing, the left chest is coming down, all right? But we want to ensure that as we come through, okay, as we get to the sort of backswing about here, our intent, our movement is about sending something that way. We're not stopping, we're not hanging back, we're not trying to hit at the ball, we're just allowing this fluid action. And that's where straightening the arms through impact here, okay, straightening the arms through impact here is going to be very beneficial because we're going to get a nice sort of balanced finish. And you practice that. You just practice that. The better you get at contact for those half shots is going to give you the foundation, all the foundation that you need, all right? It's not about positions. It's not trying to hit the ball hard. You can hit very good golf shots with a lot less effort than you think. And that's the idea. So we start with momentum. We have enough spine tilt. We cover that in other lessons. We keep the arms firm. We strike through, keeping the arms straight, and we finish here. And you just practice that as much as you can. So there you have it. If you've got a bad golf swing, I think they're going to help you. Yes, there's many other things we can cover. But I'm telling you, if we were like partnered on the first tee, and I was like, man, this person's got a really bad golf swing, this is what I would say, okay? Probably, most likely, that's what I would say. So if you just apply one of them or 2 of them, whatever, I know you're going to be feeling less stressed about your swing, thinking it's so bad, thinking you've got to change so much of it. And when you start going down that rabbit hole, don't, okay? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And even if you've got a pretty decent golf swing, there should be a good reminder there for you too. All right, thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, let us know. And you know what? If you want to take your game to the next level to make sure you haven't got a bad golf swing, come and join our online club, the Art of Simple Golf Club. You get swing reviews, you get community, and you get series after series for every facet of your game. All right? So I will see you next time.